first thing that I've got to talk about is Google's new, what they call state-of-the-art quantum chip. Um, and it's called Willow, they've called it. I'll share this bad boy. Okay. Well, when we were talking earlier about quantum, we did mention that we understand the fundamentals of what quantum means in computing terms, but it's a very hard thing to understand on a technological level of how it actually works.
It's something like I don't do you think it's one of those things that once you understand it, it'll just click? Because when I don't know if it's like a technology similar to like the blockchain. Everyone used to talk about the blockchain this, blockchain that, and then there's only like it took me a bit to get my head around the blockchain for me to fully understand it, and then everything just clicked. But I don't know if quantum computing is the same, or is it something that we aren't tech we don't we're never really going to fully understand, not coming from like a technological science background.
Yeah, as in we're our minds aren't our minds aren't mature enough to
Not
comprehend.
mature, it's more like we're not in that space. So is it something that we'll never fully be able to comprehend? Or is it something where once it becomes more popular and mainstream, people will start to be able to describe it in more of a simplistic way for the average person to understand?
Like layman terms.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we're going to touch on AI throughout this episode, but I'm pretty sure with the I think quantum computing needs to be here to power AI to its full potential, and at the same time, I think AI is going to have the ability to teach us things in the exact way that we like. Because do you know, like when you're in school or whatever, and you have to do these tests, and they're like, "Oh, you're a visual learner, you're a whatever, like a whatever the other kinds were." I think AI is going to go that step further and be like, "Oh, I know exactly what visuals this guy learns from, or what videos he learns from, or what tone of voice really comprehends this guy, and what use of vocabulary and what use of grammar." I feel like we're gonna be spoilt for choice in what we want to learn, or what we the opportunities become endless when they can really tailor learning to you.
Or we get tips that we just download it. Yeah. You just like download it, you're like, yeah, fully understand this now.
Yeah, that would be weird. Yeah, it's like downloading a film, right? You put it on download, and then in a few minutes it's done. It'd be like it's downloading a full like 10,000 books on a certain topic, and you're like, yeah, I know everyone's thoughts on it. But when I was doing some research on this one before, I did take a few notes on quantum computing because I was like, I want to bring this one to the table, but I just don't understand quantum computing. But on a basic level, you know how a computer uses bits like zero and one. So the computer right now for us is 0101 in to be able to
Yeah.
activate what it is doing. What quantum computer does it uses what's called qubits, and they represent multiple states. So rather than zero and one, the same way you can see a lot of things in life is between zero and one. This does infinitely more on a level which
Sorry. So quantum, I think from what I've learned about it is it can use zero and one at the same time. Is that right?
maybe, yeah, because it says that it can use zero and one, or it can use multiple states simultaneously.
But in like simplistic terms, is it like 60 million times faster than a standard computer? Well, not a standard computer, but I think our fastest just generic traditional computer is it 60 million times faster? Is that right?
So I've got here that it's a, a classic supercomputer. So I guess we're in a classic stage
Yeah,
now.
like your traditional, yeah.
If something was, if that computer was to take 10,000 years to solve something, the same problem addressed by a quantum computer or quantum supremacy computer would take 200 seconds.
All right, fucking hell.
So I think that's why it's hard to comprehend because it's insane.
Here's what I saw: 241 million times faster.
241 million. Yeah. It's definitely a lot faster than the 60,000 or whatever. It's just insane. Because I think as the new editions of, if we're going to call them classic computers and what we're using now, I think they become far more superior than 60 times faster, like 60,000 times faster each time they come out. So if you look at like the computer I've got here compared to one that we would have had when we were kids growing up,
Yeah,
it's insane how much fast. Like just connecting to this was like a click of a button and I'm on a call with you. Whereas doing that back in the day would have took about an hour for it to connect. I guess.
yeah. Like
And
the computers we had back in the day weren't as near as powerful as these things that we keep in our hand.
yeah, which is insane, right? Because these are things are
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah.